Majority Leader.
So, Mr. President, today the Senate moves forward on confirming more of President Biden's judicial nominees. Yesterday, the Senate confirmed Judge Embry Kidd to serve a lifetime appointment as a circuit judge to the 11th Circuit. Judge Kidd will be an excellent addition to the bench. He's exceptionally qualified, has extensive experience as a judge, a prosecutor, and an attorney in private practice. I thank my colleagues for supporting his nomination and for moving him through the chamber. Last night, I also filed cloture on another 9 nominees to serve as district judges across the country, including Arizona, California, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, the District of Columbia. If you include these nominations with those I filed last week, I will now have filed cloture on a total of 12 district court judges since the end of last week. We'll keep working to confirm these nominations as quickly as we can, starting this morning with a cloture vote on the nomination of Mustafa Kaisubi to be a district judge for the District of Oregon. For the information of senators, we expect to vote on as many as 3 judges today. Members should be prepared for another late night on Wednesday to vote on the nominations I filed last night. Voting on the President's judicial nominees is a core function of the Senate. It's one of our basic responsibilities, and we're going to carry out that responsibility as long as this majority continues. I'm very proud of the judges we've confirmed over the past 4 years under this administration. They have all been highly qualified individuals, and together they represent a wide range of experiences and areas of expertise. For a long time, this chamber primarily focused on confirming nominees with backgrounds as prosecutors from big law firms, or from big law firms. Of course, many of these individuals have gone on to serve as excellent judges, but this majority and this administration have cast a wider net. For 4 years, we've expanded the sort of backgrounds and resumes that make for a qualified nominee to the federal bench. We have more judges from backgrounds in consumer protection, in civil rights, and voting rights. We've confirmed more women and people of color, too. All of these individuals are highly qualified by their own merits, but their broad range of backgrounds and experiences is an additional asset to the bench. But we're not done. There are more judges to consider and confirm. We're going to spend the rest of the week and the rest of this year focused on confirming them. And I thank all of my colleagues for their continued good work, and let us continue. Now on disaster aid. Yesterday, President Biden sent Congress his request for a disaster aid package to replenish a number of vital programs that help Americans recover from natural disasters. The House and Senate should respond by working together to pass a strong disaster package as soon as possible. It's a priority for me, just as it's a priority for so many of my colleagues on both sides of the aisle. The Speaker said last month that House Republicans will focus on disaster aid when they return this month to Congress. And yesterday, he said the House is taking a look at the President's request. That's good. I urge House Republicans to work quickly to review this request so we can begin formulating a package that delivers this critically needed assistance. To put it mildly, the federal disaster aid is currently running on fumes. It's a problem happening across the board: FEMA, SBA, Department of Agriculture, Department of Transportation, and so many other agencies are running low on resources specifically aimed at helping battered communities rebuild. One of the worst cases right now is the Small Business Administration's disaster loan program. This program is a lifeline for homeowners and small businesses who need help picking up the pieces after the disaster strikes. The SBA disaster loan program helps Main Street businesses make repairs, cover operating expenses, mitigate against future damage. It's also a critical source of relief for homeowners and renters to repair or replace damaged real estate. This vital program has run out of money and is unable to provide assistance to over 100,000 people who have applied for help in the wake of Hurricanes Helene and Milton. This is just one of many programs that, if properly funded, will help rebuild our communities and infrastructure so people can get back to their daily lives. States cannot be left to fend for themselves. Communities cannot be left in the lurch. Infrastructure cannot remain damaged. I hope that very soon we can come to a bipartisan solution to get a strong and comprehensive disaster package done. We have a great tradition in this chamber of coming together to help our neighbors when disaster strikes. It's a hallmark of America that we look after each other in times of need, no matter where we live. With so many communities impacted by recent disasters, and with federal resources running low, we are called to help our fellow Americans once again. I yield the floor and note the absence of a quorum.